So here in example 2, we want the volume of the solid created when we revolve this region about the y-axis. So when I draw this curve, this shaded region or this 2D region here, it would be this area bounded by square root of x minus 1, x equals 5, and the y-axis. If I rotate around the y-axis, I can see there's going to be a hole in the middle. But let me just kind of sketch. It almost looks like a reflection around this side, and it's this shape. So it's almost like a round stadium, right? Like a football stadium if you try to envision it. So now if I drew a sample cross section, here would be my inner radius, my small radius, and my outer radius would go out here. And so here's my height of that washer now because there's a hole in the middle, and that height is dy. So I know my height is dy, and now I have a bigger radius and a smaller radius. So my bigger radius is always going to be my furthest right one subtracting my axes. So furthest to the right is 5, subtracting my axis, which is 0, right? 5 minus 0 in my y, or my x is 5 minus 0. And then my little radius is right minus my axis. I'm sorry, my left subtracting my axis. But remember that this is all in terms of y. So if y equals square root x minus 1, y squared equals x minus 1, y squared minus or plus 1 equals x. So my left side of this region is y squared plus 1, subtracting my axes, which is x equals 0. So now if I want to set up my volume will be pi times the integral from 0 until what's my highest y value? Y equals square root of 5 minus 1, which is 2. So my integral is going to go from 0 to 2 of my big radius squared subtracting my little radius squared multiplied by the height of my washer. So if I find that antiderivative, my volume is pi 25. Oops, I'm sorry, I have to expand before I can find this integral. 25 subtracting y to the 4th minus 2y squared minus 1 dy. So that is pi times integral from 0 to 2 of 24 minus y to the 4th minus 2y squared dy. So now I'll find that antiderivative. Volume is pi 24y minus y to the 5th over 5 minus 2y cubed over 3. Evaluate it from 0 to 2. It's a 0. So pi multiplied by 48, or subtracting 32 over 5 minus 2 times 8 over 3. If I plug in 0, this is all 0 units cubed.